Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Today we again will take a look at the Canadian dollar. It was really today's the difficult choice what currency pair used for weekly update, because it seems, guys, that the weakness of the United States dollar in the recent couple of weeks, some really big shifts in the trends that have been formed and were in progress in the recent time, in the recent half of the year probably. And since the geopolitical situation gradually is changing, you already could see the changes on the commodities that most sensitive to shifts in the geopolicy. This is the gold and the crude oil. With these big shifts, we also see some transformation on the forex market. But since these changes only have come to the markets, this transformation has been completed yet, and now we stand in some really period of the extended volatility on the markets, when we see the opposite significant swings on the markets in the different directions, and that's really makes it very, very difficult to analyze the overall situation, and this makes every patterns and overall setups and technical picture very blur and not transparent. So that's why speaking on some currencies that potentially could have some interesting setups, for example on the Great British Pound, I have taken a look at it today, and it's very chaotic action on the daily chart. So it's very wide swings in the different directions. So from the one point of view, the first couple of weeks ago, the trend was estimated to the downside, because it really was the postponing and the delay in rate hiking in the Great Britain, and that has pressed on the market, and there was a relatively clear situation. It's the monthly bearish grabbers have been formed there, and we said, well, probably the Great British Pound will continue to move lower. But with the weakness of the United States dollar, pound has started to show the very significant upside swings. And if you right now will take a look at the daily chart, it's really a bit some really choppy action. So it's very difficult to find some reasons in this recent action. This situation mostly appears when the big foundation of the market is starting to change. That's why today it's very difficult to stay on the analysis with the euro currency and Great British Pound, especially because on the euro currency we have talked only yesterday. On the New Zealand dollar and Australian dollar, some patterns we have traded, other patterns have not been formed yet. That's why the most clear picture right now and the most transparent situation right now stands in Canadian dollar. That's why today we'll take on a look at the Canadian dollar, but within the week we probably, as usual, will make the update on different currencies depending on the progress that we will see there. On the Canadian dollar, guys, we do not see really big shifts in the sentiment of the investors, so Commitment of Traders report doesn't show the big shifts. But still, although it shows the mild support, but still stands with the growing of the Canadian dollar. So the long position on Canadian dollar mostly stands flat, but the short positions have been contracted slightly. So that's why this support, of course, is not really tremendous, but still it stands in the same direction as we now see the action is developing. Our major idea here is that we know that here market has hit very significant monthly resistance. And right now we're trying to trade the reaction on the hitting of this resistance on the monthly chart. And we think that market could show at least the minor retracement, the trade support. It's the minor bounce from this resistance area to the downside, especially when we have the double repo pattern on the dollar index on the monthly chart, when we see some attempt of the reversal on the crude oil. This assumption of the possible strength in the Canadian dollar looks not really impossible. So minor retracement to the 119 area is very probable. At the same time, this action can't happen just at once. So market can't show the leg right to the 119 area. That's all. And complete this retracement. This, as usual, this retracement probably will take the gradual shape. And right now we are standing at the first leg of this retracement as soon as market has completed this first leg and reached the significant support area. Here the most important is weekly chart and the daily. On the daily chart you see that market has hit the support area. It's 128.69. The moment that we have discussed last week, we said that probably market should hit this level first before any upward action will start. That really has happened. Also, guys, this is natural support. It's consolidation. It's previous top. It's resistance, resistance, breakout, support. It will be again support. So this is really significant support there. Also, guys, here we will use the Fibonacci extension tool, but in a bit different manner. We do not often use this extension tool in such a manner. So as you can see, our C point stands slightly above the A point. Usually this tool we use for estimation of the extension. But when the C point stands above the A, we can't use it as the extension target, but the using of this tool in such a manner provides you mostly the support levels. So we see that 1618 extension stands approximately in the same area. So this is nothing. This is not the extension, but it's mostly additional support that could be provided from this pattern. You could use this tool mostly when you do not have any other extensions here. So we do not have an extension with this leg. That's why we have to use some previous swings that have been formed on the market. On the weekly chart, guys, we have set up for the bread body buy. Why now we are thinking about the possible upward retracement here? It's bread body buy because market has this thrust up. Market is showing right now third close below the 3x3 and has hit the major fib support area. It's 128.70 fib support. Also, guys, take a look. The market is oversold on the weekly chart. That simultaneously provides us the bullish stretch pattern. Both of these patterns suggest upward retracement. So in the short-term perspective, we have to estimate and find the patterns that will trigger the upward retracement. But this task, guys, will be mostly additional. So yes, you could trade it if you would like to do this, but our major task for our updates and for our research is to get suitable entry point for taking the short position. So other words speaking, we are mostly interested with the results of this retracement rather than in its retracement itself. So we would like to get the final point of this retracement and then taking the short position with the long-term perspective of the deeper retracement. That's our major target. But in the short-term perspective, if you would like to trade the weekly bread body, if you would like to trade this retracement, so we could do this as well. So on hourly chart, we already have the pattern that could become the one that will trigger this upward retracement. And this pattern is butterfly buy. As you can see, market already has started some reaction on this pattern. It's 127 extension. And here we see two possibilities for trading this setup. First of all, guys, if market will really start upward action here, the butterfly could become the part of the larger pattern. And this larger pattern is head and shoulders, reverse head and shoulders. In this case, we think that the better way to trade it is to wait for the bottom of the right shoulder for taking the long position. Another possibility here, if market will continue move right to the 1618 extension. Although currently we do not see big signs that this really should happen because market is significantly oversold on the weekly chart and right now stands at the support. And that's why this continuation currently doesn't look like it's very probable. But if still this will happen, another chance to take the long position will be right at the 1618 target of the butterfly. Taking the position right now based on this pattern is really questionable, stands on the question, because here you will have to place stop below the 1618 extension of the butterfly. because it's just how you should trade the butterflies. If you're taking the position on the 127 extension, you should hide your stop below 1618, and that's really significant risk. Besides, taking this position here will not give you the best entry point, because, for example, if market will shift to the head and shoulders, you will get the same entry here, but the picture will be already different. If market will drop lower, so 1618, you will get even better entry point. That's why to be involved right now in the long trading in this setup seems a bit not obvious that you should do this right now. That's why our conclusion is that probably if you would like to trade the bread and butter on the weekly chart, if you would like to trade this retracement to the upside, it's better to wait for one of the possible scenarios. First one is the shifting to the head and shoulders, so market will show this retracement, or wait for the completion of the 1618 target. Because both of the scenarios will give you less risk for trading, because you will be able to place the tightest stops and your risk will be smaller. And at least not worse entry point. Maybe the same entry point or maybe even better. That's our current view on the Canadian dollar. So you can see on the Canadian we see right now rather clear patterns that are forming right now. Really setups for trading on the long-term perspective. On the monthly chart we could trade the reaction on the resistance. It's long-term trade, our trade. On the short term we could trade the bread and butter buy on the weekly chart, and this is trade is to upside. So setups is really rather clear. So the one thing that we just need to wait is a suitable entry point.